to my channel. I appreciate you guys so much coming over onto this side. I am going to be sharing everything. I'm going normal. I'm normalizing normal life stuff. Just like this messy room in the background with a nappy on the floor. I think probably another one just there. An unmade bed. I am just normalizing normal life because we're normal humans. Nothing is perfect. And that's why I decided to come over here. I'm going to be vlogging. I'm going to be getting personal with you guys. The family's going to be on here. It is going to be like episode of Shameless. So if you're up for a laugh and want to be a bit nosy, this is where you need to be at. So make sure you like and you subscribe to this channel, and I cannot wait to share my chaos, my family, my real life drama. So we are currently in Turkey. We're on a family holiday and we actually came out here to get our teeth done. Not just mine, but James's as well. And originally I just booked it as a family holiday thinking let's just get away. And I already had composite bonding on my teeth. So I know a lot of you are like, oh, there was nothing wrong with your teeth, they were lovely. And they did look really nice. However, up close, they were really chunky. They were already staining. They were just done really bad. Like they weren't flush with my gums or anything like that. So that's why I really wanted them done. So, and I had, I guess, FOMO of like, James gonna have these perfect teeth and then I was just gonna have some average shit ones. So Imogen's coming up. So that's why I thought if he's going, I'm going. So we both come out to get them done, and I have my temp ones in at the moment, which are, you see they're actually too big. I don't like them, and I'm really stressed that I'm not going to like them when they're done, and I've just had them shaved down to shark teeth for literally no reason. It's quite scary, but it was amazing. We chose Design Dental in Turkey, Antalya, and we got here on the first day. They had a car that came to pick us up and met us at the airport, not like a shitty taxi one, like actually really nice. Dropped us to our hotel, then they picked us up. They actually picked me up the next morning because we were going separately because of the kids. So they picked me up first. And I got there, had an x-ray, I still can't talk properly because it's very big at the bottom there. Anyway, I don't know if you can see that properly, but so I had an x-ray, had before pictures, then went through and met with the other team where you sit there, they show you like different pictures, talk about different styles, what sort of shape you want, go through different shades, all of that. You basically design them, pick them, whatever. Then went to see the other lady where you go and pay money, and then just waited, and then literally like 5 minutes I was taken upstairs and had them shaved off. Probably the worst thing about it was just having a few injections, and like they weren't even bad. They spray like this numbing spray in your mouth first, which is so gross, and then after they spray that they do a load of injections in your mouth, and then literally it just fit. The only way I can describe it, this is really not going to sell it to you if you want to have it done, but if you've watched Celebrity SAS where they have the headphones on, there's someone screaming in your ear, that probably sounds worse than what it actually was, but for me that's what it resembled, was like just this really screechy noise in my ear, and it smelled a little bit burny. Other than that, like 2 hours later, it was done, and they did another little scan of my teeth, and then the worst part of that was just that my mouth was so numb. Like I think I was literally like, my jaw felt like it was down here. I had a mask on that had a tissue in it, and I was just dribbling so much. And then I just had to wait for my driver to take us back to, not my driver, that sounds well bougie, it's not my personal driver, the driver that they supply, back to the hotel because I was swapping over with James. So normally I could have stayed there for like another hour and a half and just chilled in their little cute garden they had, but we were trying to like literally tag team this. So got in the car, they gave me a prescription, the driver stopped at a pharmacy, I had to jump out, give the pharmacist a prescription, picked up this medication, went back to the hotel for like an hour and a half. But honestly, like when I went into the toilet before I left, and I was like, okay, I need to see these teeth because I could semi feel like awful teeth, and I looked and there ain't nothing. I knew they were going to be bad, and even now if I think about it too much, I'm like, oh my god, like my teeth are actually like fucked up. Anyway, I'm just not going to think about that too much. So saw them, half shit myself, and then yeah, picked up the medication, went back to the hotel. Then they text me, said that my temp teeth were ready. So I went back. That literally is like 20 minutes, not even that. By that point, I was already like, I was a little bit numb sort of at the bottom of my mouth, but mostly was done. Felt like half normal again. Just, it was the numbing. Like I didn't have any pain. It was literally, for me, the worst part was being so numb, because you can't eat, you can't drink. I couldn't feel my mouth. So I went to have the temps done, and then they literally just glue them into like a little bit of glue, and she's like, you need to be really careful eating, like only soft food because they can fall out. And as soon as she said that, I thought, bitch, I feel like you just jinxed me, because they're gonna fall out now, you said it. Anyway, so I'm gonna go over to the mirror, and before I look in the mirror, she's like, I think they might be a bit too long. And I was like, okay. Looked in the mirror and I was like, they're too long. See, like, I feel like they're only gonna, I don't know, they're definitely too long. But the reason was because where I went to this really cheap place before for the composite bonding, that old lady, she was like, oh, I've done your back teeth longer than your front teeth so that you don't crack them. And I was like, okay. So literally since I had the composite bonding, I couldn't even put my back teeth together because they were too long. It was just ridiculous. So she was like, oh, we've just done your temp teeth like all the same length as the back ones. And I was like, oh. So anyway, she pointed it out and she agreed that they're not going to be so long. So although most people really like their temp teeth, I actually hate them. But I go back Monday, I'm going to have the first like fitting where they like put them in like slightly, show you them, and if there's any major changes like colouring or whatever, you can change it, and they take them off, and then you'd go back the second day to have them refitted. However, if you like them straight away, you can literally have them permanently fitted there and then. So I just don't want to keep going back for all these trips. Like I am trying to have a family holiday at the same time. So we're just going to see. James's, however, like the temp teeth look unbelievable. Like he's so happy. I feel like his are better because he has more of a transformation, because his teeth were so different before. I was going to say so shit. I feel like that's really mean, but they were a bit shit. His transformation looks like mental. He looks so good. But because mine, like everyone's seen all the videos before and thought actually like yours are really white and really nice already, I don't feel like my transformation is like as big. So I'm a bit like, they're nice, but do you know what I mean? Anyway, whatever. So yeah, I think because he's so happy with his, I think he's gonna have his fitted in his first fit, and he literally loves them. And then that's it. And then I think we go, I'm sure the lady said we go back for a bite test like the next day, like the day we fly home or the day before we fly home. So we've only come here for a week, and all of this has been done in a week. The longest appointment is literally just going there the first time, having them shaved and all that. Oh, and I forgot to add, James he had to have an extraction and 2 implants. Like, honestly, I don't even like, and he's really scared of the dentist. Like, I think the thing that I was most nervous about was actually his appointment, because I know how scared he is of the dentist. That's why his teeth were so bad, because anything that's ever gone wrong, he's like, nah, just pull it out and leave it, won't go and get it checked. So he's done amazing actually. And after having implants and everything, like he literally has no pain. Like neither of us have taken any painkillers. They tell you an hour after you've had your teeth shaved down, take these tablets with this milkshake, which we took. I didn't even know what it was. I was like, okay, which were painkillers, but I didn't know. You hear the kids, they're gonna come up in a minute. Anyway, but other than that, we've not taken any painkillers. So for anyone thinking that you're gonna be in loads of pain, I really thought that him specifically would have been battered, like literally nothing. He woke up the next morning and was like, I feel brand new, like I've had nothing done. So anyway, I will share the next step with you guys when we have the permanent ones fitted, and hopefully they don't make mine too long, and hopefully the colour and everything's good. So yeah, that's my turkey teeth journey.